particular day when you did, in fact, fire a Sea Dart missile.
Yes, we spent a long time, as I say, in the action zone, going to action stations on every day. But on this particular occasion, we had two very suspicious reconnaissance aircraft coming towards us, which we considered were enemy aircraft, and fired our Sea Dart missiles against them. In fact, those aircraft didn't come within range of our missiles, and so we didn't engage them successfully.
As captain, how did you feel at that moment, actually at war?
Well, one had expected it, really, from the time that we had left Ascension Islands, because we arrived there a little later, a little after the first group sailed, and so action was very much underway when we arrived. But I think one felt that one was in it at last, actually. We'd waited a long time at that stage.
And what was your role? Because you really were doing the same as Sheffield, weren't you?
Yes, Bristol is not quite the same type of ship. She's not a 42. She is a unique type 82 destroyer, which is slightly bigger. She has a specific role as a flagship. She went down there, taking charge of a few ships on the way down. We were the standby flagship if anything had happened to Hermes, and our particular role, whilst Hermes was there, was as a picket, which ships such as Sheffield, such as Coventry, Cardiff and Exeter, and ourselves, fitted with long-range air defence warning and electronic support measures, that we can detect aircraft quite a long way away and feed that information back to the force, which is our particular role.
How did the crew stand up to this? Because a lot of them are very young, some of them have never been on a trip like this, none of them really have been to war. How did they stand up to it all?
It wasn't just the younger ones that hadn't been to war before, but tremendous admiration and pride for the youngest to the oldest of the ship company. Yes, they were all apprehensive on the way down. A lot of ships had been lost. We arrived, as I said to someone else, on the day that two ships were lost. And that was a very depressing day, I think, for the ship's company. A lot of apprehension. But from the time that they knew we were going in UK to the time that we actually hostilities, not just hostilities finishing, because we still had to remain fairly vigilant after that, they behaved absolutely superbly.
What's your abiding memory, really, of the whole Falklands operation?
I think my overall feeling is one of the tremendous cooperation and coordination which we haven't had really certainly within the services and the supporting services, and by that I mean the merchant service, the stores depots, the royal dockyards and so on. This operation was called Operation Corporate, and that's what it was. It really was the tremendous coordination corporate exercise which was a great success.
There you were, acting as picket, hearing what had happened to other ships with Exocet missiles. You must have thought this could happen to you.
Oh, any day, yes. We took quite a lot of measures, both internal measures to try to prevent fire, make ease of escape if we had been damaged, and in order to decoy the incoming missiles. Quite a lot had been learnt after Sheffield was lost, rather sadly. Which we didn't, we used, but we didn't have to actually put into practice for real, because although we were there when Exocet missiles were still being fired around other ships of the force, I don't think one came towards me.
What about all the messages of support that you've had from people in the West Country?
Oh, absolutely marvellous. I really can't thank the people of the Southwest, and in particular, of course, our city, Bristol. I've got to know the people, or certainly a lot of the link charities and people that we have down there pretty well over the last 18 months while I've been in command. I took the ship there and had a super visit last November. The ship is going there again this November. Very disappointed that I shan't be in command. I turn over command in about 4 weeks' time. But from not only the Lord Mayor, the radio, the TV people, there was a pub there that laid on a tremendous lunch for all our families, took them down there, gave them lunch. They were taken to the zoo, the Bristol Zoo, took the children out. The whole thing was taped on video and sent to us so that we could see our families. That sort of thing was a tremendous strength when you're a long way from home, 8,000 miles away. Mail wasn't very good. We weren't allowed to send telegrams. We weren't allowed to use the telephone. It was just a magnificent way of actually keeping in touch.
Well, now you're home, what are your plans?
to see my family, who I've missed, of course. I hope they're all waiting there on the jetty when we get in, and then I'm going off on about 10 days leave, and then come back on board to tidy up before I hand over command next month.
Well, now, you brought back this souvenir from the Falklands.
Yes, I forgot.
Where did you
still got
Where did you pick that up?
That's a piece of Falklands rock, actually, or a bit of East Falkland. Wherever I've gone around the world, I've tried to bring back some sort of little bit of souvenir of that I've picked up off a beach somewhere. There were tremendous restrictions on bringing back souvenirs, of course, because many of them were dangerous. There was still a lot of ammunition and armament lying around, but I don't think anybody could find fault with a bit of rock. Anyway.
Thank you very much.
You're on.
Oh, did we do the whites?
Well, now, you brought back this piece of rock from the Falklands. Tell us about how you got that. Well, now, you must have been very conscious of the threat of the XSF missile. Now, a lot of the crew are very young. Most of them haven't been to sea for
A war.
Now, a lot of the crew are very young. No one on ship had been to war before. How did they react to that sort of situation? What's your abiding memory of the whole Falklands operation? What about the messages of support that came to you from people in the West Country? What are your personal plans now? Do you want to just hang on a sec? Now, what was your role? It was really the same as Sheffield's, wasn't it? Now, why are you captain of this ship? I mean, you must be mad. Hello, Mum.
Welcome back, lads. They closed down the Barnet Road, the Axley, King's Head, and all those. Weapons, you know what they're for.
Short stay after. Vauxhall Bridge. Just in case you hear me. 2 cans. Sorry, I'll do it by sign language. Sorry, he was listening, you couldn't hear. Closer, please, close him down.
This one's got a problem. Sit down alongside most of the time.
Roll 11.
One of the trucks has got a
Company, stand at ease!
Next one's round the corner, Kim.
Stand still!
Show us your Bristol. Jay.
Kenny, come here!
Show us your Bristol bit.
Bit my lunch box.
Shit, you good. They call me. Ain't gonna go, is it? Cheers.
It's not just jeans and nothing right.
All this excitement has overrun the circuits in my counterpart here. If you